Hello everyone. Here I have a Marantz SR 4000 stereophonic receiver. I picked it up from a flea market for about 75 bucks. Uh, Brought it home, plugged it in, checked a little bit. Although there were signs of life that power supply is working, but overall the receiver was dead on all inputs, including the tuner. Uh, I was dreading that probably it is one of those power supply STK models, modules STK. I believe this is 0050 or the preamp IC, which is dead. Um, However, um I did try to apply the voltage directly at these points, which seems to be the power supply points for the preamplifier and the tuner section. And I was able to get sound from the power module that told me that basically the power section is working fine. There's no problem. So this was one of my major concerns. And once I verified that none of the ICs are blown, that's when I decided that this receiver needs further attention. Like, I can work on it and it's not junk, because if I were to actually authentically replace these ICs, it would be much more expensive. And this is one of those Marantz which are for the later years. I believe it is from 1980s, when it was still Marantz, but the quality was not quite the same. It wasn't like the Marantz from 70s, which are highly valuable, and if one can get it going, those are fabulous receivers. They are worth something. Anyway, my focus was on the power supply section, which is here. Obviously, the main power supply for the power amplifier is here, which was working fine. I concentrate on the power supply components here. And after some back and forth and checking, I finally realized or worked out that this particular diode, a Zener diode, it is, I believe, BZ140, was open. Uh, once that once this particular Zener diode was replaced, um, the tuner section and preamp, everything came back to life, and now the receiver is working beautifully. Despite its cheap construction, I never liked this STK modules. I always prefer to work with discrete components. I must admit that the sound quality is absolutely magnificent. I wouldn't compare it to probably one of those classic Marantz, but for the price and whatever is inside, um, this receiver sounds fabulous. The sound is absolutely amazing. I think it's one of the, um, it sounds to be the same as some of my better receivers. Um, if you look at it, you can see that it's working quite well. So, folks, that's about all. I hope if somebody else has an SR 4000 or F or SR 8000 or 2000 laying around somewhere where the tuner and the preamp section is dead, you might want to look at the power supply diodes or the power supply components, and that may be an easy fix. This particular uh, meter light sometimes work and sometimes it doesn't. If I hit it, knock it a little bit on it, then it comes back. I don't know if it's the bulb or the connection, but I'll have to dismantle too much to change it to an LED. So for the time being, I will leave it alone. Once both lights, like for the meter and the dial light, goes out, then I would probably think about changing the bulbs with the LEDs. I do plan to use this receiver. It's a pretty cheap receiver, so I wouldn't mind attaching it to connecting it to my TV and putting a couple of cheap Bose speakers with it, just to enjoy the sound a little bit better. The sound from my TV is terrible. Hopefully, using this receiver and a pair of decent speakers will make it sound much better. Thank you very much for watching. I hope it helps somebody. Thank you.